Can't really claim that, right? Yeah, that guy right there, right? It's getting worse and worse and worse. And these are sizable books. They are minimum 200 pages. You can download them absolutely for free by simply going to, for example, this one, you just go to getmymarriageback.com, smartrealestatewholesaling.com, realestatemoneysecrets.com. So yes, I am a 3 times author, and those books are out there for your consumption, and they are also available everywhere on Amazon, anywhere that you pick up books. So in case you prefer a physical book like that.
Particularly after the event was over. If not by Chris Rock, to the fellas he had there with him. I mean, damn.
Yeah.
Denzel and Bradley Cooper and Tyler Perry having to calm you down. Your publicist having to run out and calm you down. I mean, damn. Come on, bro. Come on, man. There's no excuse for it, ladies and gentlemen. Don't even try to justify it, okay? Yeah. Chris Rock said it years ago. Every time black folks doing something, you know who messes it up. I never dreamed in my wildest dreams I'd be saying that about Will Smith. A black man, Will Packer, did a phenomenal...
You know why he never dreamed he would be saying that about Will Smith? Because he's been consistent for half a lifetime. He's been consistent. That's why. That's why he couldn't dream of, like, no one would ever expect that. Why is everyone saying it's fake? It's fake because people still have this belief that no, like Will Smith don't behave like that, right? But that's a credit to Will Smith. That's not justifying. Some people are hearing this, they're hearing that's justifying the behavior. After I said like 50 times that was a fuck up, right? Some people are hearing this, when they hear things, they hear sarcasm, they hear condescension, they hear you're justifying it because they have made up their own mind. That's fine. But for those that matters to, the point here is that he's being consistent. In life, you will make mistakes. Are you consistent enough for people to even give you grace when you do make mistakes? Right? Even with your wife, are you consistent enough in your marriage that every now and then when you mess up, as you will mess up sometimes, do you have enough in what they call the love tank that can represent grace for you? Like if you're consistent enough, your wife will say, that's okay, babe. I hear that so many times, it's ridiculous. I hear that so many times. And sometimes I'm like, no, baby, I'll fix it. And she's like, no, that's okay. How? Because I'm actively making sure that I feel the gaps and making sure I'm consistent. Because one of the skill set that you must have as a man is your consistency. Your consistency. Like if you're like this, sometimes we don't know what you do. So eventually she can't trust you. Who created the lack of trust? You. Trust is not something people decide I'm going to trust. It comes from consistency. When people know that you're going to show up as who you are consistently, that's where trust is built from. It's earned, just like respect. All right, it's a function of time. That's when people say it cannot be earned once it's lost, I was like, nah, maybe not 100%, but you can always build trust back. It just depends on how consistent, how much work you're willing to put in. Same thing with respect. All right, let's see. I appreciate you, Miss. She said, you and I will go to jail, not Will Smith. Yeah. I agree with that. If I'm thinking the same context you're thinking, very well said. Moment of weakness, maybe a cry for help. It could be a cry for help. He needs therapy. Maybe that's what the other gentleman was trying to say, but I wouldn't take it. It's not that deep, right? I think he had a built-up emotion of some sort. He definitely, knowing Will Smith, because I read his book, and knowing the Will Smith that I read in the book, I think he probably would have engaged therapy today anyway, But we've all been there. I don't care how strong you think you are. I don't care how masculine, alpha you think you've been. If you've had experience in life, you've had that breakdown where you first felt like you lost your shit, right? We kind of ignore the red flags as Americans until it's too late. Yes! Ask Robin Williams, RIP. Yes, we do. Now we're having the conversation. We do. Because we're trying to be alpha. We're trying to... See, I tell people, sometimes people misconstrue what they think I'm trying to say men should just not have feelings. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is stop trying to fix everything. You should be human first. Then also learn some skill set, consistency, leverage, power, relationships, right? Learn these things Because if you learn this thing from a standpoint of leverage, stop actively trying to point blame fingers, okay? When we're talking about romantic relationships or emotional relationships of any sort, that's not gonna help. Everyone is wrong and right at the same time. I'm sorry. That's just the way it works, okay? If we're talking about your children, you gotta point out where they're wrong, right? And we're talking about adults, a lot of time when you point out how they're wrong, they resent you if you're not wise about how you do it. So it's not as simple as quote unquote tell them how they're wrong, right? It's not that simple. When you're trying to sow a seed, you have to make sure that the soil is fertile enough for it, right? Thank you for that, my brother. It's true. Will has always been a safe celebrity. Yeah, he's been consistent. So how come it's only the manosphere that's forgetting that right now? Because I guess we feel better about being alpha. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. That's not the lessons. The lessons here is for men, all of us. Some things are best left unsaid. It's not everything you see that you have to talk about. We talk too fucking much in this space. We talk too much. We talk too much. We think everything has to be said, and then we blame it on the women in the space. We were having a conversation with brother he said on the other platform yesterday about that. We think this is a barbershop. No, it's not a barbershop. It's freaking internet. It's not a barbershop. And anything you said can be used against you. Everything is recorded, never to be deleted. If your power can be taken away from you, it was never power in the first place. It was never power in the first place. It was bullshit. Right? If you can be cancelled, it means you didn't learn the game of the context you're living in. For the most part. It's not absolute. There are exceptions to the rule. Okay? I'm telling you, the dynamics we're trying to play with is power for the most part. And almost right next to that is relationship, managing and nurturing relationships. That's your responsibility. And with all the comments I saw today with regards to Will Smith, it's no wonder all the families are breaking up. Right? Today, we find out that Anderson, what's his name? Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can share it. What's his name again? The guy on what's the name of the show? Blackish or something like that? The wife filed for divorce. As much as we want to blame women for that, it's too consistent. It's too consistent. There's something else that we need to look at beyond just 80% of the divorces are filed by women. All right? Let me find it. Let me see if I can find it real quickly. I'll find it. Anderson. Not Anderson Cooper, by the way. Forgot his name. Anderson divorce. I'll just type that. Yep. Anthony Anderson. Just today. Fresh. I said, we're talking about this. This just happened. Let me find it. Share screen. All right, share. Okay, I'm not able to share it, but yes, you know what I'm talking about. Anthony Anderson. I'll just share the picture. Save image. Save. This guy right here. Divorce. Doesn't mean it's his fault. No, it's not about fault. It's not relevant. Fault, blame, right, wrong. Those things are not relevant. I'm telling you, it's not. It's simply a relationship that's fallen apart. As a collective, they clearly did not have enough skill set to maintain it. They didn't. That's a fact. So my browser is having a hard time. Let's see. I can pull up another one here. Divorce is happening everywhere. These are just celebrities, by the way. We're talking about regular people going through the same thing, right? Regular people have the same issue. Let's see, Untitled. There you go. Yeah, we're talking about this people right here. Anthony Anderson. This is what we're dealing with, right? And the rates are increasing. Some people say, oh, there's less rates in the younger generation. I say, are they getting married? This guy right here. Are they even getting married at all? So how can we say it's less for them, right? We can't really claim that, right? Yeah, that guy right there, right? It's getting worse and worse and worse.